Hi, I'm Lynn Langett here for All Things Data. I'm going to take a really quick look at a graph NoSQL database called Neo4j. So I'm going to switch over to their site, and you can see at neo4j.org. The reason I'm showing you this is because I've been having in my consulting business client questions about graph databases. I've been having use cases. So I'm actually working on learning this a little bit more myself. I've been talking to the Neo4j community and the committers, and they're looking to grow their community down into Southern California. So I thought I would share this out with my audience. So the idea is this thing's called a NoSQL graph database. And what the heck is that? So if we click over here, we look at it, I think it's easier to get an idea of it if you actually see drawings and you interact with it. And the people for Neo4j, and they're certainly not the only graph database, but they're one of the major ones, have done a really good job with documentation and giving resources so you can get started. So the concept here is that the business situation is that you need to retrieve the information about the connections between nodes in the graph. So a graph records data in nodes which have properties. So graph records relationships organized into nodes. Still, this is a little bit hard for me. So there's more stuff under Learn that I'm working through, but one thing in particular that I really liked was the Try It Live. So if you go to the Try It Live, what happens is they have some data models, and then you can work with their query language, which is Cypher. And I think it's easier to see in a new window. So you can see over to the left, they have Game of Thrones, The Matrix, The Complete Graph, Friends of Friends, and Financial. And what I did is I popped this out. And so you can see here that they have the query itself. So this is around The Matrix. And again, I'm not an expert in this language. I'm just learning, but I thought I would just pass this along because I've been having a lot of fun learning the language, working with this interface. So here's the query language in Cypher, and then you're going to, it's pretty self-explanatory how this thing works. And you can see that Neo knows Morpheus, and Neo loves Trinity here, showing one of two, and this is the query result. Now they also have the ability to have these visualizations of the nodes, which has been really useful for me. So you can see here we start at the top, asterisk, and so we're building the node hierarchy here. And if we click on it or move it around, we can see that it's manipulated, which is a lot of fun too. I mean, why shouldn't data be fun? So now if I change this, I've got several different levels of this grouping, this connection, and I put in like 1, and then I can rerun this query, and it'll regenerate the node graph, and you can see now this is a visualization of the result, and then we can go from there. So in any case, this is, I always like to share what I'm working on, because as I'm learning to be a data scientist and working with different types of data, you guys have told me that it's useful for you to learn it too. So my sort of tip of the day is to go to Neo4j and to play around with these Try Live right here. Nothing to install. Here's Try Live as well, and you can just start going with the Cypher language and see how it works. So I'd be very interested. Comments on this video. Let me know if this is useful, if you'd like more depth, what you're doing with graph databases, because I'm just starting to work with them, and as I build out some projects, I'll probably post them up to GitHub. So again, this is Lynn Langett for All Things Data. Have a great day.